Okay, welcome back everybody for another episode of Master of Command. Um, I'm recording this kind of late, so I this is probably isn't going to be a super long video. I'm thinking maybe like an hour maximum, but we'll see if that's enough time to fight the HQ, or I might get right to the cusp of the HQ and stop there. We'll see. In any case, what we're going to try to do is get both of our objectives completed. So we're going to go up, hit this encampment, and we're going to go down and go do those convoys. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here, buy some manpower, and then run over to the fort. And there was an option here that would let us delay the HQ and get some weapons. So I'm thinking I want to do that, and then we'll come up here and fiddle around with everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our force march stance, and let's go. Okay, so let's buy up a bunch of manpower. Let's replenish whatever we need here. Okay, fortunately we didn't need too much to give our army what they needed. And now let's. How's our army looking? Can I buy a unit? I can. I can get Russian rider recruits. Um, I don't really need. I don't really want more cavalry at the moment because I'm already going to have two. I would rather have more infantry at this point. And I'm going to switch you out, and we'll turn both of these guys into veteran musketeers, whereas the Novgorodsky will be grenadiers. And while we're here, let's see, hmm, yeah, let's give these guys canteens. That sounds fine. And give you the earthworks so that you can get some more cover. Let's look and see if there's anything here we can sell. I'm okay with selling the that treatise. I definitely want to keep this. We can sell the Worn Sabers. Actually, we'll keep the Worn Sabers because the Cossacks will need them. I don't really need the ammo. We can sell that off. See how much money we'll get. See if there's anything interesting here. Tula musket, Potsdam. We don't really have a ton of spare money, so I don't think I'm gonna buy any weapons at the moment. I'm just kind of peeking at everything, seeing what they have. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna sell off these two. Let's buy a little bit more food so we don't feel so bad force marching around. And let's march over here. Okay. And we're gonna garrison the fort, delay the HQ by a week, get some equipment. And these guys have Dragoon swords, good. So we'll hold on to the Cuirassier swords for our Cossacks. Potsdam, we can give to somebody. Probably to the observation recruits. Yeah. Let's give it to this unit. We can sell that off later. We can sell those sabers off. And now let's... Day 131. Okay, let's proceed up here. We'll have food for a little bit. Shucks, I don't have enough manpower. Yeah, let's commit some reservists. Yeah, that failed. Not super surprising. Oh my gosh, we need to get out of this marsh. More Russian rider recruits, some serfs, that's good. So I think I can buy the serfs and then I'll have a little bit left to buy food. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling good now. If we run into any field armies, I won't sweat it. Let's go over here and deal with this encampment. Or maybe first this outpost. Sure, we got plenty of ammunition. Got some weapons, very nice. Let's take a look here. Give them the Charlevilles. Now we got some Yon shopping. Could give it to these guys and make them temporarily like a melee brigade. Okay. Let's go over here to the encampment. I'm bleeding so much food. It's kind of crazy. Let's sell off this stuff. And that gives us enough to buy a food. And then let's go ahead and go do this encampment. We'll get the musketeer unit. I think we can do this. Nice, and we got some better bayonets for our men. Oh, nice. These guys have got good tulas and good socket bayonets, and they're pretty good in melee. How's their accuracy? 49. Let's compare it to like this unit. Yeah, I mean, they're much more accurate, and they reload decently fast. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the more of our melee, more with our melee officer, basically. And let's see, maybe I'll give them these items. And anything else I want to give? Yeah, let's give them these half gators. I think that's good. And now let's fight this army. Try to get some money off of them. And then we need to work our way down here and visit that convoy. Honestly, here's the thing though. The light infantry doctrine, I don't know if it's worth going out of my way for, because I'm not sure if I'm really going to be using skirmishers. We'll see. Let's look at what we're fighting. Nothing too scary, 2 rural recruits, some fusiliers. Honestly, not too bad of an army compared to what we have been fighting. Okay. I also forgot to rename some of these units, so I'll remember to do that after this battle. And we're gonna position the melee troops on this side. And we'll have our... Do they have artillery? They do. They do have artillery. So let's go ahead and maybe we can move up to here and try to use this as cover. I'll put the frontier recruits over here, and you three can, I guess, march. Wait, here's the thing, right? Let's go ahead and take you guys and put you over here on the left. We'll bring our more melee focused units over here, and we'll see if we can't pressure over here and force these guys to come towards us, and then we'll go into melee once they approach us. But we want to be able to either be in this area or in this area for our shooting units. So let's go ahead and move all of you guys up to here. And you guys will move up to over here. And you guys, we're just gonna have over here. Rider recruits can move up. And let's keep an eye on their artillery. Here, let's just halt here for a moment and start spreading out. Okay, they've opened up. Let's go ahead and you guys can start coming over this way. Let's try to form up. You don't need to run. Actually, here, yeah. If their units are going to take their time, then we can try to advance on them a little bit more. Geez, these observation recruits are just getting wrecked though. Let's run them into that position. Looks like their artillery is still ahead of their soldiers, so we might be able to get a volley off and... Never mind. Looks like we're just barely in range. Are they gonna charge into us? No. Okay, nice. You guys can start running. Let's have you guys form up. Let's have you guys start working your way around. What's your range? 121 compared to 130, so they do outrange us a little bit here. Okay, rider recruits. Come up over here. Let's see if we can't get a shot on these guys before they run out of range. Okay, honestly, with the next volley, these guys just need to run in. Okay, good enough. Let's come in and charge. You guys can charge. Oh my gosh, they haven't been in range firing this whole time? Ugh, I wasn't paying attention. Actually, just stay over here. Hold your fire. Let's charge in. Or not. Okay, nice. Chase them down, please. And you can go ahead and we'll just charge into those Fusiliers. Okay, come back because this provincial cavalry is going to want to fight us. Okay, it looks like we're destroying these raw recruits first. Yeah, let's pull back a little bit. Okay, good. They are routing. Let's come up a little bit more here. And let's start approaching this cavalry with the rider recruits supporting. We're gonna charge in. Alright, so now we just need to break these raw recruits. These guys even reloading? Yeah, they are, okay. Here, come over here and try to hit these Fusiliers. Oh man. Manpower is a problem for us. Okay, yeah, let's conscript to replace our losses. Should we take less morale damage but take more fire damage? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and give our guys spontoons that don't have one yet. You can go ahead and take this as well. We'll hold on to this. We'll give someone else a nice bayonet. Two troops, okay. Let's give these guys the light socket. And then all this is stuff that we can sell. Let's come back to the town here. Just kidding. Let's chase down this army real quick and see if we can't probably get some money out of them. Okay, let's see if any of these units are pretty messed up. This guy is pretty messed up. So I don't want him really taking more losses. Stick this guy in the back. Chasseur in the middle, along with some royal recruits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick the melee guys in the middle because we're probably gonna charge into these chasseurs. Maybe we set up over here, so then we're in cover on our flanks where we're not going to be charging in. You guys can be over here, and you guys go for the far side. And we'll keep the cavalry in the middle with the units that we're charging in. You will be in reserve. Okay. So you guys march out this way. You two march into the middle of the town. You guys set up shop over here. Cavalry will come here. Observation will be here in the back. What are the chasseurs armed with? Charlevilles, so they've got pretty good range. Let's go ahead and send the frontier recruits like really wide. And the units we want taking damage are those that haven't had very much damage inflicted on them. Yeah, so let's have you come over here. You can come out wide on the flank here. You can come set up over here. Okay, yeah, and they don't have artillery, so there's no reason for them to play defensive. Let's move up here and just get ready to charge when there's an opening. Let's run a little bit with the observation recruits. Not too much, but just a little bit. Looks like the volunteer dragoons are moving out wide. So let's also get our observation recruits ready for them. And I'm going to have our general come help out. Okay, that's perfect. Let's start to move in on them. And let's just have you charge in, get some experience here. You actually want to hold your fire because I don't trust these dragoons. Let's try to form up a little bit here. Very good. They're racking up a bunch of kills. Let's try to come around this way. And let's send the rider recruits after these guys. Okay, you don't need to kill anymore. I think you'll have enough experience probably. Yeah, I definitely wanted my frontier recruits to get enough kills to upgrade, but I didn't want to do a ton of damage to this army because I'm hoping to turn them mostly into gold and ammunition. Okay, I hope that's enough. Yes, so now we can turn them into Cossack cavalry. And let's get them these cuirassier swords. And here, let's give you these bayonets. You can also take some bayonets. And I'll give you the iron ramrod. It's all stuff to sell. Medicinal herbs are good. I'm surprised these guys took so much damage. But yeah, let's give them the medicinal herbs. You can take this coffee. We can sell that. We'll sell that too. I don't think we have any upgrades to make at this time. Also, you're not recruits. You are musketeers. Musketeers. Okay, let's go ahead and name these guys real quick. Give me just a second to pull up a tab and look up. Look up some units. So we can name. Sorry, I'm just looking for a good name for these guys. Let's. Oh, Ostrakhan. Sure. Let's name these guys the. Ostrakhansky. And then. Let's see what else. The Cossacks I need to name, as well as these observation recruits. So let's go look at the observation corps. It looks like they were just called like first musketeer, second musketeer. So I'll just do that. I'll call them the first observation recruits, the second, and the third. And then, was there another? Oh, I do need to name the Russian riders. So let's look at some Russian cavalry. And I do want these guys to be horse grenadiers, and it looks like there was a unit of horse grenadiers called the Sankt Peterburgsky, so we'll go with that. And then the Cossacks. Oh yeah, we could do that one. I know I think Hans suggested this one before. We're gonna call them the Yaik Cossack Cavalry. I think is, yeah, I don't know if it's Yaik or Yaik. I should have looked that up beforehand, but here we are. That's what they will be called. And I think with that, all of our units are named. This will be our second fire brigade, and eventually it will be a artillery brigade. Let's see. Let's come to this town real quick. Let's sell off our junk. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and buy up some... Actually, before we buy food, let's take a look and see. Over here, manpower is really cheap, so that's good. Oh man, only 29 more days until the HQ attacks. Let's go ahead and buy up some food here. And buy up some manpower. And maybe just one little bit of ammunition. And so now, let's go do this convoy. I really would like to set the HQ back. Okay, one day will pass, but we'll fight a field army, which is good for us. We want to be fighting as much as possible. And this isn't a scary army for us. Okay, and then I think for this battle, I really need to get the observation recruits more veterancy. Because I really need them to turn into artillery soon. So I think that's what we're going to be focusing on. So let's go ahead and... I think these guys aren't recruits anymore. I think they're full-on musketeers, so I need to rename them. But let's go ahead and... I'm going to take these guys... They don't have any artillery, right? Yeah, so they should advance to us. We can hold this position. So let's do that. I'm going to have them line up here. And I'm going to put our observation units here. And they'll be over here. Oops. So yeah, you guys, along with the general, is what I was thinking. He'll provide support. And we'll keep our two... I guess our three more melee-focused units. We'll kind of keep them in reserve until they are needed, along with the cavalry. So let's go ahead and start putting our guys on the line here. Let's march the observation units up. I actually don't mind you loading buckshot, I think. So you just stand there and load buckshot, and we'll do something with you. It's interesting giving them the halt order, which is H. Makes them move back. Well, it was making them move back a little bit. Let's speed things up. Let's hold you back since you have some damage on you. Okay, you're all loaded. So yeah, let's keep you as like a defense force for the observation recruits if they get charged. And I'm gonna have these units just sit here across the river. And they are just all gonna be like lined up, ready to go. Gonna have these guys run into position. And I'll bring the Sankt Peterbursky around. Actually, let's have the Cossacks help out over here, and we'll keep the St. Petersburg unit over here. Okay, nice opening volley. Looks like these guys are aggressing. If they want to try to walk across the river, I would love that. I would happily move up and engage them while they're in the river. I'm gonna wait for this volley and then charge. Until then, I'm just gonna kind of have them dance around a little bit. Okay, let's charge in. Start moving you over. French Hussars are starting to activate. So let's get ready to deal with them. You hold your fire. You just kind of stay in reserve. Let's have both of you guys run into position. You can run, I guess. Let's try to advance, get them firing. Let's get you turned. Okay, advance. Okay, nice. We got our volley off. They did a lot of damage with their own volley. I like how these guys are retreating in a V. That's very interesting. Okay, I wanted them to make impact with the observation recruits first, but that's okay. Okay, actually, yeah, that's a mistake. Okay, these guys are getting kills, very nice. Oh, they recovered. No, don't fight them. Stop. Get out. Who? These hussars? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that gave me a lot of gold. And losses weren't too terrible. Let's see. I could seriously replenish my provisions and get my guys some more veterancy, which I like. I think I will do that because I really want the I really want my observation recruits to become artillery. Ugh. So close. So you have a spontoon. Who else has a spontoon that I can get rid of? You. And you're a musketeer, so let's rename you. Musketeer. And let's please... Oops. Here, take the T. Actually, no. Take this. And then you are fine. What can we give our fire brigade? Reload and move speed? I like that. Veterancy gain, that's not bad. Sure. Let's separate the things that we're going to sell off. And let's come down here. How are we doing on time? Anything interesting here? What about here? Okay, let's sell off the junk. And let's buy a little bit of ammunition, buy up some manpower, and of course, food. Okay, and with that, let's come over here, do this last convoy, get the light infantry doctrine, fight any armies that we find along the way, and then maybe start raiding this town and, well, raid one of these towns. I'm gonna burn 36 a day. It's fine, I really need to move quickly. Let's check this battlefield. I can get weapons or I can get reservists. Let's take the reservists. Anything interesting here in Durban? Russian artillery recruits. Okay, let's keep coming this way. Check out these slums. Oh. Let's take the bagpipers. They'll give us a charge bonus. And we can give that to one of these units. And let's go check out this convoy. Oh, I was hoping we'd be able to fight an army here. Let's... The cannon... Yeah, let's take the cannon, see what we get. A 6-pound howitzer, not terrible. Any armies? No. I could come up here and get this herd, see what they have. And I don't think I saw any encamped armies, right? Doesn't look like it. Sure, let's take the excellent greatcoat. And we can give it to them. Let's switch you out. Gosh, I really would have liked to know where the encamped armies are to try to fight one. Oh, yeah, let's come fight this patrol. Okay. Good, lots of royal recruits, some French Fusiliers over here. Okay. And then let's take our more melee focused units, put them over here, put the cavalry here, and what I'm going to attempt to do is line these guys up here, bring the observation recruits over here, let them come in, and then have the observation recruits flank them and hopefully get a bunch of kills and a bunch of experience. Let's bring them out there. Have our cavalry babysit them. We'll have these guys out here, you here. Speed everything up. Maybe I bring the Kievsky. They don't have artillery, so they should approach us eventually. I need to buy some better weapons for my units. So once I get to one of those towns, I need to look into that. Okay, they're starting to advance. Let's just spread the cavalry out. Okay, let's wait for them to come closer. Let's move the Kievsky up for help. Start moving our observation recruits. Let's take our general and put him over here with the Ostrakani. Ostrakansky, sorry, Ostrakansky. Okay, this is great. They're closing in, and now let's run our own troops in. Let's turn a little this way. Where's their cavalry? Over here? Okay, not a problem. Let's run you. Let's get you spread out. Let's get our cavalry here in support. Let's run you because the cavalry is coming. Okay, someone's gonna break them. We'll just see who it is. Maybe the Astrakhansky. Very nice. Let's advance here. Shucks. No, don't shoot the hussars. Okay, charge in, charge in. Here, you guys back up. Don't fire. Form your line back up. Now hit those French Fusiliers. Chase them down. Leave the Cossacks. out for a bit. Okay, they've shattered. Okay, these units are coming in. Here, just... How we're doing here, getting a bunch of kills, nice. And once we shatter that unit, we're good. Once we route the unit, I should say. And cool, got another artillery piece. So actually, I have cannons for all these guys if they turn into artillery units. Let's go ahead and do the exchange, try to get them the experience they need to level up. One of them got it, so let's do that. And ideally you're going to be our artillery brigade. All these are bad, so skip. And let's go ahead and you can keep the move speed, but definitely take the 6-pounder howitzer. Or I could give you the 6-pounder gun and keep you up close and give you the grape shot. Yeah, let's do that for now. Here, let's give you the spontoon. If I get into another battle with these guys, they should have enough veterancy to upgrade. Can you upgrade? Yes, we can make you provincial cavalry. You'll be a little better on the charge and a little bit faster and have better morale. How much for you guys to upgrade? And then what do I want you to be? Let's see, the Dawn Cossacks have 45 charge, 30 melee. 40 charge, 30 melee. So these guys they have better stamina and better move speed, and they're better with their weaponry. But these guys have better charge and better morale. So I think I'm gonna go with the Dawn Cossacks. Yeah. Okay. So now I have some more rifles that we can hand off. We can sell that. And let's give him probably the Charlevilles. Got this Neustadt. What is the Jönköping? 16 accuracy? Okay, we'll just keep you with the Neustadt. So we can sell that worn musket. Let's see. Who is it doesn't have items equipped? You don't. So these guys are really suffering. So let's give you these steaks. I'll give you tea rations. You can take that. Actually, can you be musketeers? Yes. Perfect. And take reduced fire damage. Absolutely. And then you... Let's sell that. I really don't have anything to give to our our Skovsky musketeers. Oh, you can take the entrenching tool. And I guess you could take the greatcoat just in case you get in melee. Items are cheaper to buy here. So I also roughly have enough to I have enough to upgrade to the 4th Brigade, but I won't have enough to buy any recruits at the moment. HQ comes at day 131. I wonder if I raid this town and then try to come over here and buy up whatever recruits I can afford. There, let's do that. Let's buy up some food. And we will raid this town with the time we have left. HQ should activate soon. Let's force march over here to this outpost. Okay, yeah, nothing we can do there. Then let's come over here. Darn, no observation recruits, unfortunately. But I could open a new brigade and then get some surf recruits. You can also take a look at the gunsmith. There's not much here. A bunch of carbines, some Delft muskets, but I don't think much about the Delft muskets. And I've already burned everything over here, so there's nothing to go to. Let's see, how far along are we in our video? We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. I wonder if I should just fight the HQ. Or hold off till next time. I think I'll probably hold off till next time, but let me get my army all prepared. So let's... Okay. Powder House, anything interesting here? No, not especially. Staff College, I do like the Regimental Marksman. Charge cover efficiency. Morale damage received. Let's go ahead and buy... No. I won't have the money if I buy a guy. I will sell the heavy jacket. And I'll sell that. And then let's go ahead and purchase the new brigade. Let's buy the surf recruit. Let's buy a dirt cheap officer. This will be our second fire brigade. We'll give you the Yon Shopping. Let's see. Melee damage and move speed. Just gonna hold on to that for right now. And then manpower is really cheap here. Let's see if I can sell this, and then I'll be able to buy 2 things of manpower. And now I think we just raid it until the army comes. Okay, got some stuff. They're mobilizing, coming towards me. Let's maybe go try to check out those deer and see if there are any other armies that we stumble across. I need a lot of supplies. Let's take the money. And let's see if we can come interact with this fort real quick. Winter's coming. No, that's okay. All right. Then we'll be fighting the HQ battle in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and stop the game here. We are going to be outnumbered, so we might have a tough battle on our hands. Oh, what I could have done. Actually, they need a lot of experience. I was going to say I could have gone into drilling stance, which I forget about sometimes, but for 80 veterancy, I would have had to drill for I would have had to drill for like I don't know, like 18 days or so, and I don't think we had the time for that. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. We're going to start off next time with the HQ battle. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll win, and from there we'll play through Act 2. Hope you're enjoying the video. As always, if you're liking the content, please like the video, please leave a comment, please subscribe. All these things help me to grow my channel, and I would appreciate your support. Thanks everybody, and see you in the next video.